Yeah, putting Gala on the most mobile of AD carries here when they know that there's going to be a lot of counter
looking for the flank on Xiaohu and just jump away. The chase is on though. There's the Zenith Blade into the Q3 knockup from Scout. Ignite is ticking on Xiaohu. Chris coming in for the flank because he might look for a bit of a handshake instead. He's got that shield. Heal comes out as well. They try and turn it onto Scout, who flashes away just in time to survive.
A very positive trade for LNG.
Tarzan now theoretically doesn't have anywhere except for his blue buff to go farm. He just goes back and get his level 3, but now he wants to make a play.
Chris flashes away. Zika does have a flash of his own. The handshake flashed away from Tarzan, trying to get in with the bandage shots, but he's going to be stunned up with the shield of Daybreak. Tries to flash the Zenith Blade, but can't escape it. First blood to LNG, and they're looking for more. Chris has no way out. He's put in the dirt by Zika.
The lane swaps on the other foot now. We'll get level 6 off of the Dragon. Sejuani with ult advantage and flash advantage. Way too much power.
Tarzan, though, getting collapsed on.
Scout's going in for this. Tarzan doesn't have the flash yet, has the curse of the sad mummy, but can't get away from the counter-strike. The chase goes in as well, and maybe his fate is sealed, but the knock into the wall, into the all-out will pull Scout back. Is not quite enough damage, and Zika takes the kill on Tarzan. In the end, LNG get one.
Ah, the lonely mummy, no flash, is eaten up here by the solo laners, and now Zika with
and Breed
double.
has no TP. He'll just be fighting Zika down towards the bottom side. Tarzan looking for a steal, but Gala's putting down the pain. Mystic shot just wide there on Crisp. He'll look to hit another. Hung takes the 5th, and LNG might even just secure 6 grubs as Weibo. They might as well have bought a ticket and some popcorn. All they've done is watch.
They watched, and I don't think they like what they saw there.
There's the arrow. Hits onto Weiwei. Glacial Prison going down as well. Crisp has the hostile takeover, but they can't get enraged, and the flash bandage toss does not connect for Tarzan with 6 grubs as well.
LNG are just running rings around Weibo.
Yep.
We've been seeing it from the start of the game. After they got that advantage in the lane swap, Weibo have just constantly been playing catch-up. That's a tower secured. Breathe can't do anything to force Zika off it. He doesn't have any support, but it's fine. He has the ward to get away to safety. Meanwhile, on the bottom side of the map, LNG have set up for the Dragon again. Just fantastic macro coming in from LNG. Their map control is flawless. Scout trading in mid as well to make sure that they have some control over that wave. Now, Crisp and Light have been able to get the push, and they have access here to the Dragon.
Yeah, Tarzan's there as well, has the curse of the sad mummy. You can see Xiaohu trying to join up with the team. Solar player going down. Immediately they dive into Tarzan. There's the hostile takeover. Xiaohu can try and jump across the wall here. Tarzan falling low. Xiaohu diving in. Tarzan gets brought back with the bailout. And what a good fight this could be for Weibo as Chris flashes away from Scout. Xiaohu trying to put the damage down. Tarzan still sticking on the Drake. Gala can dive forward though. Just needs to land these Mystic shots. He'll get the resets. He looks for another one to Light. Can't quite find it. Tarzan with a smite, 3 HP short, but still secures it in the end. Weibo found something out of nothing.
Can Gala keep chasing here? Tarzan is a little bit trapped.
Well, he's in the jungle, and that's where Tarzan likes to be.
Too bad.
But I don't think he's going to escape from that tree. That's Gala and Hung. Tarzan will dive forward, delay his death for a second, but Gala will get his second.
There. Weibo, don't actually overextend. Don't try and do anything crazy. And regardless, it is going to be the Rift Herald in mid and tower down. Another objective here for LNG. They can just rotate on over.
Zika's going to catch Xiaohu on this movement to the side. They dive back in, though, with the Between Worlds, and now Zika is on the wrong side of dodge. He still gets one with a lamppost, but his life is forfeit, shot down to Light.
A 1-for-1 as Zika, he hesitates, he disengages, he flashes into the fog wall by LNG. They conceded the previous one. Let's see if Weibo can find another good fight here.
They're looking for it. Tarzan stepping into the darkness. Hung and Gala guarding. The arrow goes down, hits Gala, he'll cleanse. Buffered the arcane shift away at the right moment as well. Zika's in the top lane, does have the TP, has a few wards that he could get to, but no real flanking positions, and because of that, LNG will not be able to fight their way back into the river. Weibo will get their second Drake of the game. TP from Breathe to the top lane to match the push from Zika.
And they still have mid lane priority here. They're trying to force them off.
Hung goes in. Tarzan dives forward as well with the curse of the Sad Mummy Between Worlds. Now Hung doesn't have a way out. Hostile takeover. Hits on 2 on the back line. Zika's trying to join up with his team as LNG begin to hail the retreat. Light continues to rain arrows into the back of Weiwei, and he's a damn porcupine. Xiaohu takes the kill. LNG walking home wounded.
It's Weibo clawing their way back into this
towers.
And the Dragons are very important for Weibo because they want to be able to get these big AoE fights, in their advantage. It's going to be really hard to keep LNG from pulling them apart across the map.
I will say that Zika going for
towards
the
the top side. T coming in as well from Weibo. They will invest to make sure this top tier 1 is cracked. Their first tower of the game is broken.
The blue pings from LNG onto the Baron. They're cautious of it.
Solar Flare going in, TP behind now as Hung is the first one to be caught out. Tarzan went in with the curse of the Sand Mummy. Gala trying to go forward as well. He'll cleanse away. The hostile takeover finds one light brought back from the dead as the dive goes in for Zika. He'll find another Crisp and Breathe, trying to survive underneath the tower. Xiaohu looking for that flank position. The dive goes in from Breathe. He isolates Weiwei, but Gala and Scout are still chasing him forward. Out towards the top side, Xiaohu's being fought off by Zika. A kill for Breathe, he gets one. The shutdown, but Zika starts to collapse and Breathe doesn't have a way out of here. LNG find the fight.
Light went right into the face of the Cassante instead. In the end, they will be rewarded with the extra dragon here, and we just keep splitting dragons and keep pushing out the timeline for that dragon soul.
I think this is an overforce from Weibo.
Ping. Is it Baron o'clock for Weibo, Kobe?
No.
Okay.
Definitely not. A little bit too risky to like pin yourself all inside of the pit at the moment right now, I feel like. And so this is just dragon number 3, soul point. So not like the game-breaking one that you want to throw everything out right now quite yet. I will say, nicely done from LNG to kind of manufacture that objective with only having to give up some time around the Baron for vision coverage. As well, too, like, decent job collecting, even though Weibo are
coming out from that glacial prison.
Are they pinging?
They are pinging. There's lots of pinging happening, but it seems like they're pinging the Baron this time, Betty. Weibo going to start it up. It's what won them game 1. Can it do the same in game 2? Gala dashing forward with the Arcane Shift. TP coming in from Zika. Will Weibo turn the fight, or will they stick on towards that Baron? Breathe on the front line, stunned up. Weiwei brought back the Baron down to 4,000 HP as LNG start to enter the pit. This is their zone to control, and Weibo trying to fight back. Hostile takeover. Arrow onto the back line as well. The Baron down to 1,400. Breathe kills off Weiwei. The smite comes in from Weibo, and LNG walked into their own demise. Zeka pulled back as well. He'll fall. What a fight from Weibo, and once again, it's the Baron that does it all.
Weibo choose their moment wisely. They draw LNG in. They get the smite on the Baron, and they get the team fight.
A phenomenal Baron execution once again from Weibo. Patience was crucial there, but Sejuani committing the ultimate onto Crisp at the start of the fight was the go trigger. Once
with
that
the biggest objective they could possibly gain, the Baron buff, allowing them to take so many towers.
And you can already see the gold swing. We talked about standing objectives on the map from this Red Bull Baron power play. They already have 3.6k, and they are looking to add on top of that piles of gold for them. 4 items on Light, 4 on Breathe, 2, almost 4 for Xiaohu. And LNG, how are you going to defend? Scouts off in the top lane. He's doing reconnaissance, but I think his army needs him back at base right now because the base is beginning to be broken by Weibo. Inhibitor tower in the bot lane has fallen. Scout, you're going to come back, mate. You're going to join up with your team. The tier 2 in the mid lane's gone down as well, and Weibo continued the advance. Scout, perhaps you need new instructions from your admirals, because right now your Nexus is falling, and all you're getting is an inhibitor tower. Now Scout TPs the Nexus tower, the second one, the target, Curse of the Sand Mummy onto Zika on the backline. He's going to pull the sword as well. Between worlds go LNG. The pullback by Breathe, and Hung is hung out to dry by LNG. Zika dives in, a great counter strike. The re-engage coming out. Gala untouched. It's all on Gala alongside Weiwei and Zika to really turn this one around. LNG holding on to hope, but Gala's down to the twofold hex. And Weibo
goes for the re-engage, a huge counter strike for him. Gets 2 of them and just chunks
Look
down
at that final item. Medjai fits that slot well. LNG stepping in to this red side jungle. Scout looking for Xiaohu. Can't quite find him. The red buff, the first target. Tarzan smites early. Meanwhile, in the bot side, Breathe is fighting off Zika. 5 items on the Cassante is making hard work for that Jax to work through. With no Baron for LNG. 6 seconds before it spawns. Quite hard to actually siege in here. The defense from Weibo strong enough. The Baron starts up though by Scout and Weiwei. Will Weibo face into the darkness? Hung is there, he's spotted. The Hawk shot gives Weibo vision. Charter Crystal Arrow only onto Hung. Bandage toss for the chase. Curse of the Sand Mummy onto the backline. And Hung is almost dead before the fight really begins. Tarzan falling low as well. Between worlds we go. But Zika's found the backline once again. Breathe trying to peel for Xiaohu and for Crisp. But already we see Weibo collapsing. Zika doing so much work. Now it's on Crisp. And Xiaohu, Zika will flash away. The reset coming out from Scout because he can TP back into the play. Breathe trying to survive for as long as possible. Zika doesn't go back in with a counter strike. Gala's doing everything he can to get Breathe down, but he can't quite fell.
Invested onto Hung. Weibo couldn't find the fight that they were looking for.
Scout doing a lot of work there. Is a banger. All right, 4-1 split push here with the added power of the Baron buff.
He used the Void Might spawning from those 6 grubs they secured earlier to tank up the tower for him. Zika will take the mid lane and hit
Crafting something right now, working their way through the jungle up towards Elder.
Tarzan just walking into the pit, TP coming in, Zika looking for that flank, has the GA. Xiaohu takes a Mystic Shot and takes a quarter of his health. Breathe is on the flank here, Glacial Prism going on to Tarzan. He goes back in with a bandage toss, Zika's still flanking and Tarzan is left to his own devices here. He dashes back, Curse of the Sand Mummy onto Zika, but he's got to stop watching the GA to bring him back to life. Redemption coming out, Tarzan having to run away between worlds though. Zika continues to dive forward and light is extinguished. LNG continue their advance, Xiaohu and Breathe trying to survive through it all, but Gala just will not let them. Gala dives in with the Arcane Shift and Breathe breathes his last. Earlier on this game, it was Breathe who came out on top on the Wolves. This time, Gala has his vengeance. Scout will chase down Xiaohu, and Xiaohu might escape for a second. I'm pretty sure Zika and Hung will chase him down.
The battlefield has been a bloody affair, but it is LNG that come out on top. A fantastic final fight with an incredible Zhonya's from Zika was enough to cement them the fight, cement them game 2, and equalize the series.
Banger! We're gonna even it up here, Medic!
Are you not entertained? This is the LPL versus the...
These were the best highlights from today's Worlds 2024 matchup. Click that subscribe button faster than Ramus can say, okay. See you on the next one.